gasifier. The output of a biomass gasifier can be used for a variety of direct thermal applications such as cooking, drying, heat water, and generating steam. It can also be used as a fuel for internal combustion engine to obtain mechanical shaft power or electrical power. If used as a fuel for internal combustion engine, then it is has to be cleaned first for complete removal of particulate material and tar. We have already discussed in cooling and cleaning of a biomass gasifier. Okay, we came to know how to filter and what are the particles they remove. It can they are saying that if we use as a fuel for internal combustion engine, then it has to be cleaned first for complete removal of particulate material and tar. A cleaning system consists of a cyclone, a scrubber, and a filter is used for the purpose. Okay, cleaning system, for cleaning system what they use, cyclone filter, scrubber, and a filter is used for the cleaning purpose. If the engine is spark ignition engine, it can operate with producer gas alone. The internal combustion engine is a compression ignition engine operating in the dual fuel mode. The phrase what do you mean by dual that is dual fuel mode, it this implies that both the diesel and producer gas are simultaneously used. Okay, India is one of the India is one of the leading countries in the world in the field of biomass gasification. The largest biomass gasification system produces 5 into 10 to the power of 6 kilojoules per hour output in the thermal mode and 500 kilowatt in the electric power generation mode. When compared to gaseous fuels such as gas or biogas, liquid fuels are somewhat harder to obtain from biomass source. Output we get from biomass, gas, and somewhat liquid fuels. Okay, when compared to gaseous fuels such as gas or biogas, liquid fuels what we get the output that is difficult. It is somewhat harder to obtain from biomass. To get that liquid fuels output, it is difficult. One of the method is the production of methanol from wood or straw. Okay. The process involves the gasification of plant matter followed by chemical synthesis. Another method is the conversion of certain food grains and crops such as sugarcane, maisa, casva, and tapioca, and that is some in waste is converted to by fermentation into ethanol. Okay, by fermentation process convert to ethanol. When blended petrol, okay, that what output what we get, that is if it is ethanol is blended with petrol, then it is a good alternative fuel for automotive engines. This fact has received considerably attention as a means of overcoming the oil crisis. If one examines, if we find out that when blended with petrol, ethanol is a good alternative fuel for automotive engines. That idea is if we take into action, that is if one examines the requirement of land for growing the agricultural product concerned, because to get ethanol we need some waste, agricultural waste products. Okay, for that only they are saying that the requirement of land for growing the agricultural product concerned, it is obvious that the method can be a sustainable, that is a substantial benefit only to a country having a large surplus of land. But in India, the position in India is quite different, because since the availability of land is limited here. The Photosynthesis provides the energy and reduced carbon required for the survival of virtual all life of our planet, life on our planet, as well as the molecular oxygen necessary for the survival of oxygen consuming organism. Nowadays, what we are using, that is by using fossil fuels, we are producing energy, the electricity. The fossil fuels currently burn to provide energy for human activity. That is what, okay, we are burning that to provide for our need, okay, currently burn to provide energy for human activity were produced by ancient photosynthetic organisms. Next is a gas biomass feed characteristics. Biomass feed characteristics or parameter dictate the quality and classification of gasifier. Here, the first is our energy content and bulk density of a fuel. The higher the energy content and bulk density of a fuel, the similar is the gasifier volume. Higher the energy content and bulk density, that is the higher the density of fuel, then the similar gas, that is the volume of the gasifier will be similar to that. As for one biomass fuel charge, power can be obtained for longer term, and that is longer time duration. Next is a moisture content. Here, moisture content is very trivial component of biomass fuels because it is determined by the type of fuel, its origin and treatment. It is desirable to use a fuel with low moisture content to minimize heat loss due to its operation. Okay, they are saying that it's better to use fuel with low moisture content. Okay, so that heat losses will be reduced. In order to reduce the moisture content of a fuel, some pre-treatment of fuel is required. Generally, that is the desirable moisture content for fuel should be less than 20%. Next is the dust content. All gasifier fuels produce undesirable dust that can clog the internal combustion engine, and hence it has to be removed. Before going to the combustion engine, it should be free from dust. Okay, all gasifier fuels that will produce a undesirable dust that should be removed. The gasifier design should be such that it should not produce dust behind specified limit. For everything there will be a limit. That limit should not cross, okay, what we get the output from the gasifier. Okay, the design should be like that. It should not produce a dust behind specified limits. Okay, the design should be like that, the gasifier. The higher the dust produced, more is the load put on filters, necessitating their frequent flushing and increased maintenance. If more dust is there, then the filter operation is more than the frequent flushing, continuously flushing, and maintenance should be increased. Okay, if the higher the dust. Tar content. Next is a tar content. Tar is one of the most unpleasant constituents of the gas as it tends to deposit in the that is carburetor is a somewhat machine. If you search in a Google, it will show the machine. Okay, it is a carburetor and intake valves causing sticking and troublesome operations. Very little research work has been done in the area of removing or burning tar in the gasifier, so that relatively tar-free gas comes out. The major effort has been devoted, that is to cleaning this tar by filters and coolers. Ash and slagging characteristics. That is, ash basically that is interferes with the gasification process in two ways. That is, it fuses together to form a slag, and this clinker stops or inhibits the downwards flow of biomass feed. What they are saying is, ash basically interferes with the gasification process in two ways. It fuses together to form a slag, and this will stop or inhibits the downwards flow of biomass feed. Okay, it will stop in one stage. It will form as a slag. Even if it does not fuse together, then what happens here? It shelters the points in a fuel where ignition is initiated and thus lowers the fuel reaction response. This is what the two ways. And next is the slagging can be overcome by two types of a operation of gasifier. That is low temperature operation. What does happens in low temperature operation? That keeps the temperature well below the flow, that is the flow temperature of the ash. Next is a high temperature operation that keeps the temperature above the melting point of ash. By these points we can overcome the slagging. Next is a biomass feed. The major biomass sources presently used as here sugarcane, that is wheat, sugar beet, sweet, sorghum and cassava to produce a bioethanol. Okay. And rapeseed, sunflower seeds, soya bean, canola, peanuts, jatofa, coconut and palm oil for diesel production. Wide range of cellulosic materials. Waste and residue constitute a large source of biomass. This includes solid and liquid municipal waste, manure lumber and pulp mill waste and forest agricultural residues. We have already discussed biomass sources, okay, biomass fuels also. That is low water content biomass feedstock is burned to generate heat and electricity. We already know about that. And wood waste in the paper and pulp industries and bagasse from the sugarcane industry are used in ethanol fermentation. Next is a variety of raw materials that include agricultural waste, municipal solid waste, market garbage and waste water from food and fermentation industries are feedstock for anaerobic digester for meat production. Okay, this completes the biomass energy.